Hey, welcome to the Casual Enjoyer. If you don't know what this is a brother show of the Hooms, where I just kind of watch movies or shows that I missed out growing up. Just a quick recap is basically when I was growing up, I just played video games all the time, and because video game stories were basically like movies, I didn't really see the point of doing like two different types of media or whatever. So, like now older and I got the time or whatever or the patience, I guess. I'm finally catching up on these shows and I'm just seeing what I'm missing. It's not a review show. This isn't a review show. Just me giving my thoughts on something that I watched. So this episode, I watched the Men in Black trilogy. I almost said one, two, and three, like like it need clarification or something. But yeah, I watched the original three. I didn't watch international, not yet. Anyway, I don't think I will. I don't really see the appeal of it, but whatever. That's here or there, whatever. I watched the first three and I enjoyed it. First of all, I knew I if you listen to all the shows that I do, on a couple of blurs, I mentioned that I liked how fast the movies were. They kind of like got straight to the point, and also it's going to be spoilers. All right, I'm going to talk about stuff. All right, so that's why I assume you clicked on it because you've seen the movie and you're just kind of curious what I think, whatever. Yeah, so the movies kind of like get straight to the point, and like the first one, like you get introduced to the big bad. That's the type. And then you get introduced to the main characters, what they're doing in life, or whatever, something important, or whatever side thing they was doing that gets interrupted by this big bad thing, right? And then it just kind of like just straight to the point. It's like, all right, now we got to go do this, and we got to go collect information. We got our mission, and before I know it, you already at the last scene. You know which scene is the last scene without like having to think about it too much. Like at the end, it's either like an arena or it's a big tower you don't go to, or like the third movie, it's is it NASA? Not NASA, but it's like a military base. It's like a rocket ship. It's like, all right, this is the big fight scene. Like you already know what's gonna happen. So I appreciate that, because especially me being like not really having that much time, I was able to like because I was watching this during I'm still during in peak of my job, so it's like I've been working every day for for like 6 days straight for like the last like 4 weeks, right? So when I get home, I only got like 2 hours to spare, right? So I was like, okay, let me watch these movies, and they like an hour and a half, and like I said, just how the movies are structured, it kind of just gets straight to the point. There's no side, not too much fat. It's perfectly done in at least the structure of the movie. I can't really say too much about like the story itself. It's about just the structure and just to the point. That's what I enjoyed. I guess I'll talk about the first movie first. I didn't know when I was younger that a lot of stuff actually, a lot of these like movies, like these, I don't know, hero movies, or like just like hero, like Blade, like you get the point. Like a lot of these movies were based off of comics, and I didn't know, because I was just so in my own world. I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know it was. Oh, I thought like movies had to come from like original ideas. I thought that's what I always thought when I was younger, anyway. So I didn't think, oh, this came from so and so, or this is a reference from to this or whatever. So I didn't know the Men in Black up until like maybe the third movie came out, and I actually knew saw the comics myself, that it was a not only a comic, but it was a Marvel comic. It's like Marvel been in the game for a minute. They've been doing shit, and just now, like in the last like what 10, 12 years, been having this like very popular superhero movie franchise. Now it's here and there now with the movies. But yeah, the Men in Black's based on a comic book made by Marvel. That was also based off of conspiracy theories, like UFO conspiracy theories, about like this group of people who the shadows, protecting us from uh, extraterrestrials, basically. So we can't handle it, so they'll handle all of it. Any aliens do walk among us, and whenever it's an issue, they handle the situation and they erase our memories. So that's really the plot, and the plot of the first movie is the bug. I don't think he has any other name. It's the bug. uh, Crash lands onto the planet, and let me double check. Yeah, okay. So this bug creature crash lands on Earth, and in search of this galaxy, right? That's been dormant on Earth. This galaxy, which is like on a keychain. I don't really know what exactly it is, exactly what they do or whatever, but I guess it's really wanted because explains the guardian of a galaxy that is precious source of a subatomic energy. Okay, that's what it is, I guess. And this this like alien race that's outside of the bug is looking for this galaxy, but this bug wanted it. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really know the lore. I was just watching it. But the bug was looking for the galaxy and was going to escape Earth. And I guess it's really bad for these roach-like aliens to have it. So this third-party alien, I'm looking at the name. Hold on. The Arquillians, if I'm saying it right. They want the galaxy, and these roach people can't have it, and they don't want them to have it so badly that they're willing to destroy Earth before letting that roach escape, right? So they're giving the Men in Black an ultimatum to find that galaxy and give it to them, or secure it. I wasn't really paying attention. They get that, grab hold of that galaxy and hand it to them before in like an hour. In all these movies, these ultimatums are always like, yeah, you got like 20 minutes like to do this fucking thing that and most of the time they're in like New York, which is just New York, just like LA, famously traffic bound, even in the 90s, in the early 2000s. Just these aliens to give the Men in Black like an ultimatum of like an hour, and sometimes the stuff would be like across the state or whatever. You ain't gonna make it just in travel time. Yeah, they might have like secret tunnels or whatever. They do have special cars or whatever, but still, it'll take a minute to do half this stuff. The Earth would have been destroyed if it was messing with me, but yeah, just straight to the point. I ain't trying to synopsis the whole damn movie. The first movie I enjoyed, and I remember watching it as a kid. And the big bad, the bug, right? Once he transforms, the actor when he's a human form, really good actor. He actually does a really good job of like being kind of scary and to the point. And you can't really say too much about like the CGI. But in my opinion, it aged pretty well. It aged really well because once he transformed into the actual bug, the roach, with the eyes and stuff like that, I'm gonna have a picture in the description if you don't remember. But it's kind of, I ain't gonna say like oh I was shitting my pants or something like that. But it was low key kind of terrifying still. It's like damn, like the design of it and how it moved. You like yeah, this is kind of scary. This is what. If you were shrunk, this is exactly how terrifying a roach would be, you know. Also, just being an actor in that movie and having to touch all them goddamn, I guess those Pacific roaches are different, you know. I guess they're not as, I mean, they're still roaches, but it's something about like how comically big those like, I don't know what type of roaches they were. But they're not like, oh, you have an infestation of like, it's not like German roaches, you know, because you never see like, oh, these are in like movies and you see an infestation or like you see somebody controlling a bug or something like that, it's always these like the roaches that they used in this movie. These like, I wouldn't say they clean, but people touch them so much. I guess they're not the same as like a German cockroach, the ones that's crawling underneath your refrigerator or something. Because those have diseases. I guess these don't, or they're engineered to not, or whatever. They're farmed, so these are like farm roaches. Whatever, you get the point. I guess these roaches not that bad. Okay, but moving on. Anyway, all the movies kind of they age really well. That's the one thing I want to kind of leave off with that. They all age pretty well. I will watch it again in a few years. I'm not really a fan of watching movies again, but just the design of it, they're pretty good. By the second movie, I started noticing a trend that they is one, they, since it was written so early 2000s, they did the whole damsel in distress kind of thing, but not as like straight, it's not like the, oh, this woman is helpless type shit. Usually the woman would be like kind of helpful, be like, oh, they have like really important information, or they're important to the mission, so that's why they're in distress. It's not just pretty woman need help by big strong man. It's like, so it was written in that type of way, and that's cool. But what I noticed by the second movie, it's second movie and the third movie, they like to intro the movie with like a baddie, like not like literally and figuratively. It'll be the big bad, or somebody who's close to the big bad, and it'll be like this supermodel. This supermodel, dude. Like the second movie, the I don't know. Let me look her. Jesus Christ, let me look up her name. Okay, so the big bad of movie 2 is Serlina, a shape shifting coilethin. Look, I'm terrible with fucking sci-fi names, I swear. Who comes to Earth to find a vital power source used by her race's enemies. It's always a power source. It's always, why everybody put it on Earth if all fucking, anyway, whatever. Serlina is played by Laura Boyd. I thought they had just got because the alien crash landed, right, and it found a magazine, like was it Playboy? Whatever. It was a underwear model magazine, and on the cover was Laura. And I thought it was just like, I thought they just took like a real model, like from a magazine, and just like hired her. I thought that's what it was. I'm like, damn, this supermodel is actually a pretty good actor. Like, I thought that's what it was, but no, it's just they just found a good actor who just happened to be really nice looking. Who would have thought that was possible? Anyway, I saw that theme where they'll introduce the movie with a very sexy woman. That's what it would. And how they went about it was kind of different with the second movie and the third movie, which I'm kind of glad they did, because on the third movie they did the same thing they did with the second one, where they introduced this supermodel basically in the beginning. And the third one, she was really nice looking. I can't find her. I already tried looking up her cast, for no reason at all. And I'm kind of glad, because of the outfit. It was kind of it didn't really make sense, her outfit, for real, especially if it was gonna last the whole movie. So the spoiler alert, the third movie, the I guess the online girlfriend of the actual big bad, let me look up his name. Boris the Animal, a ruthless alien with a vendetta against Kay, hates being called the Animal and insists it's just Boris. Played by Jermaine Clement or something like that. A New Zealand actor, comedian, musician, piece of shit. Sorry, goddamn gnats are coming back. Um, which which is funny because on the first movie, every time you kill the bug, the bug would get super offended. Like, like these people aren't you aren't related to these motherfuckers. Also, side note, since I'm on the Wikipedia looking up the cast and stuff like that, how old Tommy Lee Jones looked in the third movie, I had to look up to make sure he wasn't dead because boy, he looked old. He's from the 40s. Oh my god, he's 80. Well, he's almost 80. 1946. Jesus Christ, dude. Let's hope he makes it. Let's hope he makes it up to there. That'd be because god damn, he looked like I don't think because usually they put like probably makeup or some type of stuff to like stretch out the older people. But I guess the point of the third movie was time travel, and they really wanted to emphasize how old he was. So they like really kept his wrinkles, or they added some because. On the Wikipedia, the picture they took of him on 2017, he looks younger, not too much younger, but it's like he looks younger than he did in Men in Black 3, which was 2012, which was who knows how long the filming is, probably a year or two, so whatever. Oh, I found her, Boris's girlfriend, Nicole Suringer. Best known for lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls. Okay, so she's not even an actor. She just is. but no. Straight back to her. Right, she was like what they had on and how pretty she was. I'm kind of glad that she wasn't a part of the movie too much. Like she got killed off for the first 5 minutes. She was just there to help Boris escape from the moon prison because that's how dangerous he is. They created a whole prison based around him. She gets killed off. I'm kind of glad because she would have been distracting, honestly. Because they had like Rosario Dawson on the second one, and she was like really pretty, but not like. But it wasn't like distracting. Like it wasn't like her outfits. That's what it was. It's not because whatever you can find whoever attractive. It's just based off what they had on. And if they would have had Nicole's character in 3 in her outfit the whole time, it would have been more negative towards the story of the movie. It would have been really distracting. You know, even number 2 with Serlina, like. On the first scene, you see her in like a lingerie because that's what the alien saw in the picture. So they mimicked that. But then the rest of the movie is she has this whole like woman's business suit on. So it's like now it's not distracting anymore. Now you can pay attention to the person's acting. You know what I mean? They still pretty or whatever, but you at least pay attention to what the fuck they saying. You know, it's not all tits and ass the whole time. So, and unfortunate, and for a second there, I thought that was going to happen with 3, like I said, and I was like, for a second, I was like, oh, this is really not aging too well because of like this really sexualized shit from like way back in the day, right? And like I'm not complaining as a guy to see that, but at the same time, I kind of wanted to watch the movie, you know, you know what I mean? You get if you don't get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Whatever. She got killed off first 5 minutes, and now we can pay attention to this weird fucking biker murderer, right? Who has a thing against Kay, and the whole movie. A lot of movies, you notice. I noticed the whole trend about like once a movie really popular franchise gets to the third movie, it's either they're in space or it's time travel. And this one was the time travel one and space, I guess, because it was in the beginning. The whole point of that movie, Boris goes back because he has a thing against Kay because Kay had him arrested because Boris killed another alien way back in the day, back when about I think it was 40 years ago, and Kay arrested him. K arrested him and put him in space jail for 40 years. So now he got beef with him. So he goes back in time because apparently there's time travel devices at the pawn shop. At the pawn shop, right? And he goes talk to the kid. I guess he's the son of the guy who made the time travel devices. There's only two of them. And you have to jump off of one of the tallest buildings to activate it, which seems a little unnecessary. Like okay, I get it. I get it because they did the same thing with Jesus fucking Christ. Why am I blanking so hard? Damn. The other time travel movie, the popular one. It's in the name too. You know what? Let's play around for a second. Let's just think. Far back. Okay, let's just look it up. Back to the Future. Jesus Christ. What was the point of me bringing it up? That's how long it took me to figure out that basic ass name. Oh, the speed thing. Okay, so to activate the time travel in Men in Black 3, you had to jump off the tallest building because that's how long it takes to create enough speed to activate this device or whatever. And the visual is pretty cool because how when it activates, it basically restarts time. It restarts time and it starts from the beginning, like from the Big Bang all the way up into civilization to dinosaurs, and you'll see it get demolished, and then you see the old school buildings slowly grow into what modern, or I guess the time that you chose into that time's New York City, and then you go back to where you were standing. It's trippy. I like the design of it or whatever. And I was saying I didn't really get the speed thing until I remembered they did the same thing with Back in the Future, but you just drive a car. You just drive a car a certain speed. I never watched that movie. I should probably watch that too. You never watched Back in the Future? Yeah, I haven't. I don't know. I told you I don't watch any movies, which is good because now I have 50 years worth of, well, I guess 30 years for me, but hundreds of years of movies to watch. Just the problem is I don't know which one to pick. But let me wrap this up. I've been yapping for too long for a casual enjoyer episode. I need to watch Interstellar again. I keep seeing memes and TikToks or whatever of that, and I want to rewatch that. So that might be the next one or not. The 3, obviously, like, unfortunately, like a lot of movies, by the time you get to the third one, I don't know if it's fatigue or it was the writing, but I didn't really enjoy it as much as, was it 2 that I enjoyed the most? I think I enjoyed the second one more. Yeah. You know what? No, I take that back because I don't really remember the ending of the second one. You know what I didn't like? This is a thing that I've noticed. Is sometimes when I don't really like it. I like how you get straight to the point, but at the same time, when it comes to like a big bad, like especially when they make it like, oh, like Boris the animal or something like that. I'm not. My point is, when they have all this like scary lore about like this enemy is like, oh, they did this and they did that, like Harry Potter. Did I do a casual enjoy on Harry Potter? Whatever. It's like that. Like they make this lore and shit about these people, and it's like how dangerous they are, blah blah blah. And in like the second movie, well, I guess she didn't die. She came back again, but like at first you think Selena does all this stuff and then she just get evaporated like 3/4 of the movie in, just like bam. Like if it wasn't for that one singular cell, she wouldn't have come back. But at the same time, it still just seemed like super easy to kill this person. That's the one thing I didn't really like. Same with the bug on the first movie. Even but when he transforms, he's only on screen for about like 5 minutes before he's just like obliterated. He's just gone. Yeah, he's still scary. He's still like menacing or whatever, still strong, but it seemed too easy to kill. Because he got killed by the, I forget her name, the love interest of Men in Black 1, the morgue lady. She gets killed by her, by like, she picks up the gun and blows her away. Which, by the way, every woman they fall in love with, what happened to her at the end of the movie? Did they neutralize her? I don't remember. Whatever. Oh yeah, second movie. Let's say this too. Okay, let's finish my point. I kind of find it a little annoying when it's really easy to kill the big bad. Like, yeah, I get it has to end somehow, but I feel like you need to work on it a little bit harder. I don't know. The Boris the animal kill, that was pretty decent. It's like you have to learn from your mistakes, and how Jay, you have to think about it. Agent J uses time travel again to like learn Boris's attacks, to go back in time like 10 seconds to defeat him. No, now I'm thinking about that. How that death went about, that was bad too. Because okay, if you remember the movie 3, right? They're on top. They're on top of this rocket, and Jay is fighting old Boris, the one with one arm, and Jay is running towards him, and he's getting shot by the needles in his hand, in Boris's hand. He's getting shot by them. Jay tackles him off the rocket, and they're falling. And as they're falling, they're picking up enough speed. He pulls out his time travel device and goes back in time like 10 to 15 seconds. Goes back. Now, same spot right before he starts running. So now he knows Boris's moves and dodges all of them. And then he just stops in front of him. Like, Boris just grabs him. Like, grabs him. He's like, how? Instead of just, I don't know, continuing your attack. Like, why are you so shocked that somebody dodged your projectiles? Just like, he stopped and let Jay get a full fucking push in. It was dumb. Whatever, because Jay could have just drop kicked him, but no, for some reason they had to allow Boris to make a fool. Like, he had the ability to stop Jay full on to get this sentence out about like how. It's like, it was so dumb how that death happened. It was so stupid. Now I think about it, it was dumb as fuck. Then of course, okay, whatever. Then at the end, you find out, spoiler, that Will Smith, well, not Will Smith, but like Jay, has been in Kay's life this whole time, because they kind of foreshadow it from the beginning. It was like, hey, the time travel thing, because when Kay got obliterated, he got obliterated because Boris went back in time and killed his younger self, killed younger Kay, to make him not exist. And why it didn't affect Jay, because Jay was there. And that's what the pawn shop time traveler seller said. He was like, hey, yeah, you could it didn't affect you. Oh, that means that you were there. So you find out at the end of the movie, this black, oh my god, let me kill this fucking net. You found that this military, it was back in 1969, which that's the only thing that threw me off. I didn't realize there was like military leaders who were like sergeants that were black, but it was the military guy who ran it, who allowed them to go in because of, he was basically told the truth or whatever about like the Men in Black, and he believed them. He was showing visions of the truth, and this black military guy ends up being Will Smith's dad. And you don't find out, you find out through context clues, because the military guy, he gets killed by Boris, right? And Will Smith as a little boy, a little 5-year-old boy or whatever, or I don't know, whatever. He's like, "Where's my dad?" And young Agent G, these letters fucking with me. Young Agent K basically lies to him and neutralizes him. That sounds like it killed him, but like no, he does the little light thing and erases his memory, changes his memory or whatever, and tells him that his dad was a hero. And he doesn't tell him that he got killed, right? But as this is happening, adult Jay is watching it and putting it all together because of the watch that his dad gave him, whatever. And then now you remember the first movie when Jay asks Kay, "Hey, have you ever neutralized me before?" And you put all that stuff together. It's sad, and you see why Kay lied to Jay. It's cool. I like stuff like that. Third movie syndrome. The movies might not be written well, but I do enjoy when they do tie knots or tie knots that you wasn't really expecting or really asked for. That's what I like. So it makes you want to go look at the first movie again, you know. But anyway, to wrap this up, let me see. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed all three movies. I'm not gonna watch International. I don't think they're tied in the slightest. I don't think so. I don't think it ain't no point. I enjoyed the movies. I think they stopped at a good spot. If they do make a Men in Black 4 official with Will Smith, I don't know what it'll be about or how it'll be written nowadays. It'd be a lot of like gender stuff. It's like, oh, whatever. I think they stopped at a good part, at a good spot. And I'm gonna say this before I go, especially now that you see like current Will Smith in his situation, whatever. You see him hooking up with Rosario Dawson in the second movie, and he's like making all these like very important decisions. Like he was supposed to neutralize her in the beginning of the movie, but he was like, damn, she fine as hell. I'm gonna take a chance. I don't want her to forget me. Like she too fucking fine, right? Will Smith just like me. I would have fucking did the same thing because young Rosario Dawson, goddamn. But my point is, looking at current Will Smith and his situation with Jada, I think he should have just made that decision. Like, because a lot of actors that's coupled up in movies, especially back then and now too, they end up dating. He should have made that decision. He should have. I don't know how she is personally, but like I think he should have made that decision. I think he would have been better off. But yeah, whatever. I enjoyed the movies. If you haven't watched it and you don't mind the spoilers that I just gave y'all, go and watch it yourself. But that's it. Hope y'all enjoy any other episode. Please subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Rate 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, whatever you're listening to. I appreciate y'all. I did other episodes of The Casual Enjoyer. I know I still haven't released it as I'm recording this one, but I watched Old Dads, the Bill Burr movie on Netflix, and I talked about that. If you haven't, if for some reason somehow you skipped that one and you end up watching this episode, go back and watch that one if you like this. If you got some movies that you think I should watch, please text it to me, 725-999-2704. But yeah, that's it. Appreciate y'all for listening. Peace out.